In fact, wasn't there like a whole petition to have Gina Carano removed from a Comic Con or something like that? I can't seem to remember. Wasn't there? Oh, yeah, there was a petition for that. So we could partition to get people removed from guest lineups, but we can't partition for them to fix a game. What's up, guys? It's the Gaming Zone bringing you your daily gaming news. And today we're going to follow up on what we was talking about on Thursday when I said I would gather information and bring it to your guys' doorstep. So here we are with a continuation of the whole Stellar Blade conspiracy. And I'm going to break it down as cleanly as I possibly can without getting too much on one side or the other. I'm going to try to stay centered on this. Okay, so starting off, this whole thing about Stellar Blade being uncensored, censored. Let's start from the very top. It started with a tweet, and this is what really kicked everything off. Stellar Blade made her post saying that the game will remain uncensored in all versions, including the Japanese version. Now, when they announced this, a lot of us were very happy. A lot of us thought we got a win over this. A lot of us thought, hey, we're finally moving in the right direction when it comes to gaming. Unfortunately, since that post was made, a few things have been censored in the game, and it only seems to continue to get worse, especially with noise coming from both sides. The message overall is getting skewed, but so far in this picture right here, we have her, there's a piece of clothing blocking this right here. In this, we have the mesh that's there, and then we also have lowering on the thighs and stuff, which I personally really don't care. It's not about the fact of how much you censored, it's the fact that you did it anyway. And that's what a lot of people on one side is arguing. But not only that, there was also some blood and gore being censored also on Eve in the game. On this photo right here, after she kills the boss, you can see she's covered in blood. On this version, which is the new 1.01 or 1.02 version, she's not covered in blood. The point is that the game, upon original release, the 1.00 version, didn't have any of these censors. And a lot of people are now actually buying the physical copy so that they can keep the uncensored version of the game. So here is a video basically expounding upon the blood and gore that was being censored in the game. As you can see, after she cut off the monster, this one she's bloody, this one she isn't. Even though the blood is clearly being poured on her, it doesn't matter. They don't care. They censored that. And you could say it is a design choice. So anyway, that's one side of the argument that's talking. The other side of the argument is people who are minimalizing the argument and essentially saying that the only people who cares about this type of stuff are either straight white men or virgins who've never touched a girl before, people who never go outside. You know the words that they say whenever you like something that they don't like. They throw a whole bunch of names at you. They call you all different kinds of stuff. And that's usually to discourage you and get you thrown off your path. But a lot of these Stellar Blade people, they are not playing at all. Censorship is censorship, no matter how you put it, no matter how big the censor is or how small the censor is. It always starts off small and then it gradually increases and increases over time. So right now, it's a little bit of clothes, it's a little bit of blood, and it was also the hard R that was on the wall. I didn't show that in the post, but that was last week. Different week, different problems. We are currently dealing with a lot of people trying to downplay the situation. They're trying to downplay the situation so much so that they're basically trying to overlook the censorship that is going on throughout the game. Like, for instance, this guy right here, Sadat the Gamer, being very disingenuous. FYI, this is the censored Stellar Blade outfit people are boycotting Sony and refunding the game over because it's not sexy enough. No, it's not because it's not sexy enough. Well, things started getting so bad that a guy on Twitter, you probably know him by now, Grums, he actually started a petition. He started a petition to get Stellar Blade to go back to its original form, which I think is pretty cool. This right here is the petition. I will actually put the link to the petition down in the description. If you want to sign it, please do. If not, that's fine too. I signed it because I'm always on the side of gamers. I see what's going on, and so I stand with them on this. Censorship is censorship. It shouldn't have happened. You guys shouldn't have told us that it wasn't going to be censored. Maybe the issue wouldn't have been that big if you didn't do that, but here we are. And so now, because a petition was actually made for Stellar Blade saying free Stellar Blade, a lot of people are getting their panties in a bunch, basically saying this is unhinged behavior. In fact, hold on, let me find that tweet for you. Once again, I would like to shout out That Park Place for having this stuff in order. You guys, great. All right, so here, GameSpot editor Jessica Cogswell describes petition and plan to uncensor Stellar Blade as the most unhinged behavior I've seen in quite some time. Well then, if that's unhinged, I can only imagine what some of the things that you guys do you consider. In fact, wasn't there like a whole petition to have Gina Carano removed from a Comic-Con or something like that? I can't seem to remember. Wasn't there? Oh, yeah. There was a petition for that. So we could petition to get people removed from guest lineups, but we can't petition for them to fix a game. Shift Up already told us that they wasn't going to censor it to begin with. So we are the nerds and the versions for holding them accountable, but you guys are perfectly, totally fine with basically trying to destroy someone's livelihood. Make it make sense. Here's some more hypocrisy that we got to deal with. Stellar Blade puts Eve in some incredibly stupid sexy outfits that hurts the game's story, but despite the forced sex appeal, I actually love her detailed designs. And then Baldur's Gate 3 patch notes didn't mention the most important changes, but players sure found it. Physics. Listen here, y'all know I like Baldur's Gate 3. That is my game. I highly recommend a lot of people to play it. But this right here is ridiculous. This is just blatant. And so I think this petition is a good idea. I think that it will work. I don't know if you've seen the petition. We almost are at 50,000 signatures at the time of recording this video. It's probably going to be a lot more once this video actually comes out. But I also want to tie this in real quick that did some form of for the most part. Okay, so first we have Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remastered. I recently made a video about Tomb Raider removing the posters that was in the game. Well, it actually seems like right here that they're putting them back. Let's read this real quick. Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remastered patch 2/posters. Thank you to the Tomb Raider community for your continued feedback and support for the Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remaster starring Lara Croft. In recently released patch 2, we made several textures and graphical updates to the HD version. As part of these updates, the posters in Sleeping with the Fishes, the lost artifact, were inadvertently removed in the HD version of the game. This has been resolved and these textures will be restored in patch 3. You ask me, I think this is BS. The posters were removed for, I believe, a little over 2-3 weeks now. And we've been talking about this. People have been talking about this for quite some time now, but you guys are just now patching it in only because you guys received enough scrutiny behind it. And so you need to fix your mistake. But this is exactly what we want with Stellar Blade. This is exactly what we're trying to aim for. I'm happy for the Tomb Raider people. They got their stuff back. And no one is talking about them like they're talking about us for Stellar Blade. Look, I promise you, This isn't about titties. This is about the censorship of it all. Don't come out with a tweet saying it's going to be censored, and then before the game even come out, a day after you release the tweet, you censor the game. Now, some people are blaming Sony for this, and they probably should be the ones to be blamed. And because of the backlash, look at what's going on. Hundreds of people are essentially canceling their PlayStation Plus membership. And that's because you guys lied. You guys false advertised to us. You told us one thing, and then you went around and then you changed it. And as you can see, this is how people are going to react to this kind of stuff. Now, there is one side I didn't talk about, and that's the extreme other side. The side that most gamers are on, but the extreme side of that. Now, I would be lying if I sat here and told you that all of us wanted the same thing. There are some degenerates out there that actually do want this for the boobs, the and all that other stuff to go with it. But that's a very small minority of the people in this community. All I'm saying is that both sides could get pretty crazy in this whole thing. And at the end of the day, I really hope that we could come together and slay this dragon, because censorship is going to be running rampant if we let this go. Censorship is already running rampant, and the gaming frontier was one of the last frontiers that was going on. We were trying our hardest to stop it, and there are other people on the other side that are hating us for trying to stop the censorship. But at the end of the day, we were lied to, and that's the big thing. We were lied to, and we don't like being lied to. And that's all that I have for you guys today. If you made it this far and you like what you heard, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you did make it this far and you didn't like what you heard, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I am the Gaming Zon, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.